Hey curl friends, it's time to give my curls a break. Today I'm going to do a protective hairstyle. As you can see, I've already done it. This is what it looks like. I'm going to show you how to achieve beautiful box braids on your natural hair without using any extensions with 4 easy steps. This is so low maintenance, it's amazing, especially on holiday or if you're really busy, as I went to Spain and I didn't want to do my hair at all. I'm glad to tell you I achieved that. Step 1 is preparing your hair for this hairstyle. This is the most important part. Please don't miss this. Moisturize your hair, clean it. Your braids can last longer. Your scalp won't be itchy. It just makes a difference. I started on clean, damp hair. My hair was not soaking wet when I did this. It was just damp, so it was easy to manipulate. But the perfect conditions would be dry hair. I shampooed my hair and then I conditioned it. I detangled my hair while I deep conditioned, and then as a moisturizer, I'm using the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus and Flaxseed Curl Defining Gel with Silk Protein, and it's got neem oil. This is a great product. It really moisturizes my hair. I also followed up with Shine and Jam Conditioning Gel for extra hold. This is to lay the edges on the scalp and to add a bit more hold on the actual braid, because them flyaways, they just want to fly all the time. You can apply a leave-in followed by an oil to seal it in. This keeps your hair moisturized throughout the whole style, and if your hair is prone to dryness, you can also add a light styling cream, extra moisture. Step 2 is parting your hair. So we want clean parting. I'm starting with 4 big sections. I put 2 in the front, 2 at the back. Then I'm using a rat tail comb to create straight lines. It doesn't really matter if they're not straight at the back. I mean, who's looking at the back of your head except for the people behind you? I am interested in what I see in front, and if you're doing your own parting, you know how hard it is to part your own hair. I struggle like something else. If you want perfectly square parts, use clips to hold the rest of your hair out of the way while you work on each section. The size of your box braids is totally up to you. For this tutorial, I'm going to do medium size braids, not too small, not too big. If you prefer smaller or larger braids, just adjust the size to your liking. I'm starting right at the back. You can add an elastic band to begin your braid. Tie it at the bottom of the braid and then start braiding, but I just started braiding without any bands. That does make it neater when you add a band there, but for me, I'm on holiday. I just want to be comfortable and feel good. Step number 3 is to actually start braiding. Now that your hair is parted, it's time to start the braiding process. Take small sections starting at the back. The smaller the section, the smaller and tighter your braids will be, and the neater they look sometimes. To begin braiding, I split the section into 3 equal strands. I cross the right strand over the middle strand, then the left strand over the new middle strand, and continue this pattern. Make sure to braid tightly at the roots so the braid stays secure, and then just keep braiding down right to the bottom. A big tip is, as you get to the bottom and you can't braid anymore, you can twist or curl the ends. I curled the ends. If you want to keep your natural ends from unraveling, I suggest doing this the last inch or 2 of the braid, because the bottom gets knotty, it gets straggly, frizzy, and it just doesn't look good. So when you do a little curl at the bottom, it just finishes it off. And step 4, repeat across your entire head. Just continue this braiding process until you are finished, working section by section. It does take quite a long time. It might take a few hours depending on the size of your braids, but trust me, the results will be worth it. Now for me, I started at 18 minutes past 11 in the morning and I finished at 25 minutes past 3. It took me 4 hours, 7 minutes. So yeah, and these are medium sized braids. If you do smaller size braids, this is going to take you maybe 6-7 hours. Step 5 is to finish and style. Now, once all your braids are done, it's time to add the finishing touches to your protective style. The edge control I used was Shine and Jam Conditioning Gel Extra Hold. For a slick finish, you can lay down your edges with some edge control or gel. Use your edge control brush. This works very well for the baby hairs in the front. I actually added this each time I did a braid. I applied this gel to my scalp, and as I finished the braid, I ran my hand down the length of the braid, which really helped. Then you can oil your scalp to keep it healthy and moisturized. I didn't apply any oil on the first day, but when I got to Spain, I sprayed Palmer's olive oil conditioning spray oil on my scalp, because it was getting a bit itchy, and I only kept this in for a week. If you want to know how to maintain these braids for a longer time, keep watching, because you don't want to miss out on these points. I sprayed only a little bit of oil and I rubbed it on my scalp. You can use any oil you prefer. If you massage the oil into your scalp, this promotes circulation and hair growth, but it can sometimes make the braids look messy. So be gentle when you're massaging your scalp. Here are a few tips on how to maintain your natural box braids and make them last. Your nighttime routine is the first thing. At night, wrap your hair in a satin scarf or use a bonnet and a silk pillowcase to protect those braids while you sleep. Because if you're anything like me, you roll around and in the morning, game gone. This will help prevent frizz and keep your braids looking fresh. The next point is to moisturize regularly. Don't forget to keep your scalp moisturized. And then braids, you don't want to go dry as, You can spritz your braids with water and a leave-in mix every few days to prevent dryness, but don't do this too often because you don't want to wet your braids every day. This is not good. You will end up stripping your hair of its natural oils and moisture, which then leads to dryness, frizz, and even breakage. You don't want to wet your hair every day. It is not good to do that. Even every few days. I would leave it every 3, 4, 5 days if you can. Otherwise, just add an oil to moisturize and a leave-in. And the next point is to touch up the edges. This can make or break your hairstyle. If your crown starts to loosen up over time, you can actually redo the edges and the front braids to keep the style looking neat. Now, obviously, there are pros for having box braids on natural hair with no extensions. It's low manipulation, which means less daily wear and tear on your natural hair. I hardly touched my hair. No added tension. Since you're not adding extensions, you reduce the risk of tension or breakage at the roots. This is spot on. When I add extensions, oh my goodness, that headache you get the first day because your head is suddenly heavier than it's ever been. Your head is already used to the amount of hair that's on your head. So when you then add more hair, oh my goodness, it pulls. I hate it, honestly. I love how it looks, but my head, the headache I get is just ridiculous. This style gives your hair time to grow and flourish without constant styling or heat use. And that is it. Look at how good these braids look. Beautiful box braids on natural hair with no extensions. This protective style is not only gorgeous, but also gives my curls a break and helps promote hair growth. I hope this tutorial has helped you in some way. This is the hotel I was at. These chairs, I couldn't quite decide whether they spray painted them or that was the actual color. I wasn't sure. But anyway, the pool, I was swimming every day, so I was wetting my hair every day. Not great, of course, but I didn't have to detangle and brush and redo the styling process every day. I did nothing for 7 days. Let me know in the comments what your top tips are for doing these box braids, and feel free to share your results on Instagram at Curls by Sharlene. Thanks so much for watching Curls by Sharlene. If there's anything else you'd like me to do or explain, leave it in the comments. I'm happy to do it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell for more curly hair tutorials and tips, because I give you a video every Friday. Thanks so much for watching Curls by Sharlene. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? And yeah, I went swimming in the ocean, the Mediterranean Sea. It was salty as anything, but man, was it lovely. Spain is amazing. I would recommend this holiday to anyone. And in this particular part of the ocean, I was just floating. It's like I couldn't sink. I mean, of course I know you can sink, but this water was just making me float. Thanks so much for watching Curls by Sharlene, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.